In order to become a mega successful business owner, manager, entrepreneur, whatever, you need to program your mind for success. And the best way to do that is to model what other successful entrepreneurs and business people have done. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you 5 books that are going to jumpstart you and get your mind aligned with the right sort of things to help you succeed on a massive level. All right, because when I moved from running a bar and restaurant to the online space, it was different to say the least. Okay, I floundered for a few years trying to gain traction and figure it out. So it took me a while to get educated and to allow that information to eventually seep into my brain cells and start to take effect. Okay, I had to sit there and marinate for a while. Okay, but that's the secret of my success. I spent time consuming information from other successful people. You know, like I said before, and this is directly from Anthony Robbins. I love Anthony Robbins. Modeling other successful people is one of the fastest ways to fast track your own success. So I've listened to podcasts, I've watched YouTube videos, and I've read a lot of books, which I love to do. Okay, I was an English major in college, so I already had a love for reading. If you don't feel like you have time to read or reading makes you sleepy, all right, sign up for Audible. It's like $13.99 a month, and you get a free book per month with that. A free book of your choosing. I said, easy for me to say, I should say. And that way you can listen to these books while you're driving or exercising or doing the dishes. Okay, you can consume on the move. Okay, $14 a month is a very small investment in yourself to be successful. Okay, so with that said, let's get into the 5 books that I believe are some of the most influential books to help you grow your business and your success. Okay, the categories are basically operational, all right, books that will help you run your business more effectively, philosophical, books that will help you think in a different way about how to be successful in business, and then a restaurant-specific book in here. And the reason I give you a variety of different business categories is so you can become like a T-Rex at business ferocity. Arrgh. Okay? That sounded more like a pirate than a T-Rex. Let's dive right in. Okay, book number 1, The EMyth by Michael Gerber. And this falls under the operational category, and it is possibly the most influential book I've ever read when it comes to helping my business grow. And the reason is I was sort of all over the place. Okay, but after reading this book, I was able to focus and zoom in on what was most important and create systems to save time and be more productive. Okay, in the book, Gerber states that most small business owners work in their business instead of on their business. All right, meaning when they work in their business, they are nothing more than a worker or an employee in their own business. Okay, like in his example, the lady that's in the book, he kind of tells a story. She's baking pies. She has a pie business, but she's baking all the pies. She doesn't have people doing it for her. Okay, so she is working in the business instead of being the person who sets up systems and procedures for the employees to run the business. So the main concept here is to have the systems run the business that you set up and the employees run the systems. Okay, and you don't have to be a business owner to use these strategies. Managers can use them as well to get more done and grow the business. Okay, these are also the main strategies I use to show how to systemize a bar and restaurant business inside the Restaurant Management Masterclass, which has helped a lot of owners and managers systemize and grow their businesses as well. So you can go check that out if you'd like. All right, next up we have the Surprise Restaurant Manager, which is obviously restaurant related. And this is a great book for anyone who has been, thrust into the role of manager and they don't know where to start. And that's sort of how I started as well. All right, I worked my way up through the chain of command, server, bartender, bar manager, and I suddenly found myself running a bar. And there's a lot of us out there like that. All right, but it's even great for owners who might have other businesses, like sometimes like a real estate business owner will suddenly think it's fun to open a bar or restaurant, and they need help. All right, they're not experts in this area. So the author here is Ken McGarry. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I do know he's quite famous. He's launched dozens of successful restaurants, and he lays out how to lead the charge in running a successful restaurant. Okay, and he offers tons of tools and strategies, including how to hire and interview, how to handle complaints and bad reviews, table touches, and basically how to become a leader that your staff needs. And I highly recommend this, especially for restaurant managers. Okay, on to book number 3, we have the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Okay, this is operational and philosophical. And if you haven't heard of this book by now, I'm going to assume that you've been living in a nuclear bomb shelter for the past 34 years because it sold more than 40 million copies. Okay, the 7 Habits was written way back in 1989, but the concepts are 100% still relevant today. In fact, if I had to choose one book on this list, it's going to be a toss-up between the EMyth and this one. Okay, and if you follow and execute the habits that the author, who is the author? It's Stephen Covey, that he covers in the book, you're going to be far and beyond more successful than anyone within 100 square miles of your business. I guarantee it. All right. And instead of trying to provide a synopsis of the book, sometimes it's helpful just to look at the table of contents. So here's a list of the 7 habits as Covey lays them out. Habit 1, be proactive. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Habit 3, put first things first. Habit 4, think win-win. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then be understood. Habit 6, synergize. And habit 7, sharpen the saw. Okay, go buy this one. You will get inspired and see immediate impact on your business and in your life in other areas. Okay? Book number 4, start with why. This is also operational and philosophical, as it's a book that focuses on leadership and building a culture that both your staff and your guests are going to fall in love with. Okay, and the basic premise here is that you must define why it is that you started the business in the first place. Like why is it important to you? Or why anyone else should care that you started it? You know, and the point being here, the power of why can't be understated. Okay, for instance, if you want to start your own business, like you're working a regular job and you want to become rich, you're not going to do it if you don't have a big enough why. Okay, like maybe you dream of having a nice car, a nice house, and you dream of all the toys you can have and the things you can buy, but that might just be fun to dream about, kind of like winning the lottery. Woohoo! Okay, it's not a good enough reason to do anything it takes to make it happen. Okay, like have your back against the wall. All right, but if you're working like 60 or 80 hours per week, you hate your job, you never see your family, you don't make much money, your boss yells at you, you never have time to travel or do anything you want, then your why is going to be big. Okay, you're going to do this for your family, for your health, but most important, for the freedom to do whatever you want and never answer to anyone. And that's why I started my business. Okay, I wanted to get out of those nights. I wanted to see my family, and that why will drive you to great things. All right, so I got off track a little bit there, but if you really want to change the way you run your business, start with the why and then get your staff to buy into it. All right, share the vision with them so they take great pride in working at your restaurant. Okay, have them buy into the culture. And Simon Sinek, the author here, explains it way better than I do. So go get that book. It's worth it. Okay? And then finally, at number 5, we have traction. All right, and this is written by Gino Wickman, who created something called EOS, which is the entrepreneurial operating system. And this focuses on 6 key components of business success, which is vision, data, process, traction, issues, and people. Okay? And this is an operational book, but it is teeming with tools and strategies for running a mega successful business. And Wickman breaks down exactly what your business needs in order to succeed. And it's a great accompaniment to the EMyth, but it looks at systemizing through a different lens. Okay, there's so much juicy information in this book that anyone who reads it is going to have a huge advantage against their competitors. Okay, so there it is. That's my favorite list of business transforming books. If you were to read all 5 of these books and take notes as you read each one, or like highlight the crap out of them and then go back over them again and again, you won't believe how strong your business education will become, not to mention how strong your business will become. All right, not only will managers and employees around you appreciate your knowledge, but your guests will too, because they're going to get a lot out of the systems that you put in. All right, so to truly stand out and be like a yellow crayon in a sea of brown crayons, you have to implement systems and strategies that are proven to launch businesses to exponential success. And each of these books and the people behind them that you're modeling, it's going to help you do that in a big way. Okay, so I hope this has helped you out. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. Now get reading, goddammit, or listening, whatever works for you. All right, I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.